Today, I'm going to talk about my eurorack setup. Um, I suppose, eurorack is something that I've always been interested in. Back when, first of all, I'm going to record this video for as long as my camera is still running. Hopefully, it doesn't take too long. But so pretty much, this is just an introduction video to my setup. My setup is nothing crazy. There's other people that put in way more dedication into eurorack. I just have like 4 modules. I saw an opportunity to use the rample sampler, and I really wanted to figure out how to use this. And so yeah, I'm just gonna do kind of I guess a showcase of what I have, kind of like my own eurorack journey. And this is like or like kind of like updates. Journey sounds a little dramatic, but yeah, so anyways, this is my eurorack setup, and I'm going to talk about how I got into it. I'm going to talk about building a case, kind of where I started from point A to where I'm at now. So pretty much the most important thing to eurorack is like your case, and I have a wood case, and I guess it's kind of interesting. I think everybody has their own little story as to what they got and why they got it, but I'll tell you mine. Mine is because, well, okay, I got my case. I know a carpenter. I have access to a carpenter. And pretty much this carpenter has an excess of wood and kind of throws pieces away. And so I kind of just acquired some extra pieces, and I was like, you know what, these pieces could actually be used for a eurorack case. They're perfect. If you look at the edges, well, you can't see them on camera, but the edges right here are like thin enough to work for a case. So I acquired the pieces of wood and was like, kind of got in touch with this guy and kind of asked him to do a case for a very, very cheap price. And I'm always trying to get a deal, and so pretty much I hooked him up with like some Starbucks coffee and a tea, and that's it. And he made my case, and it's good to be on good terms with people, so that they do favors for you. But I'm lucky that I had it that way. Like other people, you know, are gonna have to pay, but I was fortunate enough to be on good terms with this person, and he was nice enough to make me a case. I gave him the dimensions, of course. I drew everything out myself, and he put this case together that I'm using now, and it's a pure wood case. I don't know why people make a big deal about like materials. It's really just that. It's a material, but it's wood, man. And it works, and it looks nice. It looks like well, first of all, if you ever see all of this case, you'll see that there's 2 versions. There's 2 parts of this case. There's the bottom portion that the carpenter did, and there's the second portion that I had to add pieces of wood on top, because it wasn't deep enough here. As you see right here, it's not deep enough for the modules to fit all the way through, so I had to add another layer of wood. So basically what I'm saying is the good part of the case that was done proper was the carpenter. The person who did the bad job and the halfway good job was my part. So it's the work. This case is the work of two people. Now you know. And I put it together with some wood glue, my section, and it works fine. So that's the case. That's the story of the case. The next part is the rest of everything else. The electronics, the exciting part. I guess I'll tell why I got into eurorack. I got into eurorack because I'm interested in every I would say every area of audio. So like I'm interested in synthesizers, I'm interested in like television, radio, it doesn't matter what it is. I'm interested in it and I want to learn more about it because I have a genuine curiosity towards this stuff, towards electronics. But eurorack was definitely interesting because, well, I think it's the look of it, and that's a pretty superficial interest, I suppose. But it definitely it stands out more than your typical synthesizers, and I kind of saw that there's a potential for doing more than the average piece of equipment. And I think that's kind of what drew me to eurorack. Also, I know some artists who have made some. I know that eurorack can mostly be analog, which I prefer for techno, and so I was sort of drawn to this. So I guess a curiosity kind of led me to eurorack, and so I guess more about my setup is what did I choose, and like why did I choose it? Well, so I guess to stay within a budget, I picked a sampler, a eurorack sampler, and there's not a lot on the market. So if you're a very intelligent person and you know how to make technological music equipment, please make more samplers, because there's like probably a good 10 samplers on the market right now, and that's not enough. There needs to be more that are capable of doing more. But this one that I found was Rample, and this is like the best one, in my opinion, that you can find. And I just went all in on it, and I bought it. I sold something to get it. I don't regret it, but I'm at where I'm at now, and I can't go back. But pretty much, like, this is a great sampler. The bass sounds distorted, and I love that. It doesn't handle the bass. It handles the bass in a to an extent, and then it starts to distort, and that's fantastic. It distorts in a very colorful way. So it's a good module. You'll hear it in a second. The next thing I have is my mixer. You gotta have a mixer right here. This is a 6-channel mixer. Paid, I'll just say the price. I don't really care about price, but I paid $60 for this mixer, and that's good. $60 for a 6-channel mixer. It's pretty decent. Has really like no color to it. kind of just a clean mixer, and I can't ask for more. The benefit to this mixer though is this output is line level, and that's super important because I found out the hard way that modular is actually modular outputs at modular level, not line level like headphones and stereos, but modular outputs something similar to like a synthesizer. I think they call it synth level. That sounds stupid. I think it's more modular, has its own output. So modular is louder. There's an output right here that goes out modular, so you can send it into other modular equipment. But I didn't know that prior to this. Not even gonna lie, my power supply is trash, and I probably need to upgrade soon so that I don't damage any of my modules. I just wanted one just to start going. So there's really not much to it. Eurorack looks more complicated than what it is, but it's very simple. So my next module is, I'll talk about this one last. I'll talk about this one next. This is a MIDI to gate signal, which is super helpful because it sends MIDI data out, into your system and then converts it to electrical signals that can control eurorack modules. So I just bought this to control what I have, but I have nothing to control actually. This is controlled through MIDI, so I'm good there. But if I want to use something else, I need to convert the signal to MIDI, or from MIDI to gate signals. So I bought this to use this. So this is something I'm super happy to own. I'm going to demonstrate it right now. Nothing crazy. This is a 808 kick drum. That's pretty cool. So this is an analog 808 kick drum. I think there was noise because my system, I think I'm outputting really loud. So that's okay. But this is a kick drum, 808 kick drum. I've always wanted an 808 kick drum, and I can't get the real thing, but this is good enough for me. An 808 module, pure analog, from Tip Top Audio. They have a really good reputation. I'm gonna boost the audio so you can hear it really loud. I just realized my camera's out of focus. My bad. Here you go. Okay, get ready for this. Oh, that's it. So that's about as loud as that can get. I'm gonna try and distort. There it is. So that's why some people buy 808 kicks, to do that. That distortion was crazy. Goodbye to my ears. Just kidding. I'm not listening very loud, but I can tell it was crazy. So the next thing, so that was the 808 kick drum. That's what analog sounds like, by the way. If you use analog gear, you can distort in that way. Okay. Next thing, that's why I want an analog 808 kick. Okay, on to the next thing. This is the last thing that I'm going to share, and you pretty much know my setup. This will be update 1. The next module we have to show is the Rample module. It's pretty great. Here's what it sounds like. That's pretty sick. So what's going on here is I'm sending MIDI from my MIDI interface. It's going into the MIDI input here, and it's just controlling these 4 voices. This is only a 4-channel sampler. Can only control 4 samples simultaneously, and that is a limitation. And I don't know why Eurorack is so limited and so expensive, but it is. That's Rample. I'll just explain it a little bit. 4 channels. Every channel has access to these 4 effects. So it's like a 4-4 thing going on here. The effects are pitch, bit depth, filter, and freeze. The freeze is pretty cool. And if you hold one of these buttons, you can apply the effect and turn this knob at the same time. So you have to hold one of these buttons and turn this knob at the same time. It'll apply that one effect for the button you're holding to all 4 channels at the same time. Let's try that out with the freeze. And that's pretty much it. I mean, there's nothing to it. All 4 channels are being routed into the mixer here. There's nothing much to it. Eurorack looks crazier than what it is, as I have already said. So yeah, I think it just glitched right there. It's not supposed to do that when I let go. Cool. So this has a tendency to glitch. I don't know why when you use the freeze effect. I think it's been updated in a patch. But yeah, that's my setup. It's not broken. You just gotta turn it off, turn it back on again. Classic. Yeah, that's my setup. That's my Eurorack setup. This is update 1 of I don't know how many. I'm adding more for sure. I want to make this a standalone system so that I can just use this on its own. But we'll see how that goes. I gotta put in more time, more effort, more research, more money, and yeah, that's it. All right, peace out. That was fun. I like the 808 distortion. Alright. Peace out. Thanks for watching.